Okay, are we back? Holy fuck, dude, what the hell? That was some bullshit, dude, what the fuck? Alright, we're back. Holy fuck, dude, what the hell? I don't know if it's because it was Donald Trump's stream. I was watching directly from Trump, so it might have been because I was like stream sniping Trump. But now we're watching the actual news, so that might have been it. Hopefully we're back now. Jesus Christ. Lost everybody. That was fucking retarded, YouTube. What the hell? Or maybe it's because we're the... I don't know. Why was it... That's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. We're blaming Coleus. Coleus, it's your fault. While they're singing, we'll talk to people. Alexia says, I feel footage like this, especially when it has to do with the history of such as inauguration of the president, should not be something they can copyright or call a violation for streaming. I agree. I think this should be something that's free reign for everybody. I don't understand why this violates the terms, the policies or whatever. What up, Thugrats? Good to see you. Well, hopefully this doesn't... No, hopefully it doesn't clap this one. This is literally the news. Fucking, I don't know what everybody else is watching. Is everybody else muted? Is that why? Like, I don't know if I'm like doing the sound. I don't know. I've never been live on a Neff News episode before. Neff and his Sunday best. Yep. Okay. Got it. They got nice singing voices. I agree.
As he died to make men holy, let us die to make men free while God is marching on.
Yeah, YouTube trying to shut us down, bro. If you get hit for playing Glory to God, hallelujah, we know Jesus is back and judging us. Yep. God was like, nope, I'm going to smite your stream. You're done. You're done. Leon is using gameplay in a smaller version of the video to bypass it. That's interesting. Just mute more often. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to do that. Did they swear him in already? Did I miss that? Did my stream get clapped at the exact moment Donald Trump was sworn in? Is that did I miss the key moment of the entire stream? I don't remember. I don't remember if he got sworn in or not. Or if we're still waiting on that. He did. He got sworn in already. God damn it, dude. That's just my luck, bro. Yeah, that's just my luck. YouTube would hit me like right immediately as Donald Trump was getting sworn in. Been literally streaming this whole time. Literally streaming the whole thing. As soon as JD Vance puts his hands up, YouTube claps my shit for the entire swearing in. Like, what the fuck? That was some bullshit. That was some booty. That was. Is Carrie Underwood still performing? Because you should mute that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I know Nelly is performing. I don't know if. I guess I'll just mute the whole musical performance. That's so disappointing, dude. Speak. Let's go. You're not going to clap me this time, YouTube. We're watching Donald Trump speak.
Thank you very much, everybody. Well, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Vice President Vance, Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune,
Nefarious.
Chief Justice Roberts, Justices of the United States Supreme Court, President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Biden,
and Neff.
Vice President Harris,
your favorite anime protagonist,
and my fellow citizens. The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world.
Let's go.
We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
Goddamn right, dude. I'm clapping under the desk. That's why you can't see it.
Our sovereignty will be reclaimed. Our safety will be restored. The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
Let's go.
And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free.
That's important.
America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before.
I like the things that he's saying.
I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country, sunlight is pouring over the entire world, and America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world is now witnessing in the United States of America. As we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent law-abiding American citizens, but provide sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions.
He's
that
literally
have
like
illegally
shit-talking
entered our
Biden's whole
country from all
administration.
over the world.
Right next to the guy.
We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of foreign borders, but refuses to defend American borders or, more importantly, its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina, been treated so badly.
Kamala's right there too. He's literally just shit talking. He's shit talking the entire administration while he's sitting right next to him. That is fucking funny. What is everybody saying? You are shocked by the Supreme Court justices? They don't usually show up to these things? Interesting. I didn't know that. This is already a historic thing. They brought it inside just to prevent an assassination. At least that's what I hear. I'm not 100% on that one. Yeah, I'm back, Wither Tempest. That was some bullshit. Is it just me, or does he sound tired? He's like he missed his coffee. Yeah, he's probably tired. He's been through fucking a lot. Did you see his presidential photo, bruh? Oh, he's ready to go ham. He's not fucking around this time.
World, and we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them.
Yeah, see that right there, dude.
All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly.
All of the officials are right there, and he's literally saying that they all suck at their jobs. A little short translation. Yeah, you all suck. You're all fired. Get the fuck out. We're gonna change this shit. You've all done a disastrous job. And oh shit.
Betrayals that have taken place.
Wrangler donated $4.20 through Super Chat.
Oh shit. Thanks,
back at
Wrangler.
it.
Now I gotta hit the pen because Wrangler donated. Everybody bear with me. W Wrangler.
Our liberties and our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied, and we will
That's
immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Let's go. Goddamn right, dude. I believe that shit wholeheartedly. God protected Trump. Trump's supposed to be the president. Otherwise, he would have just died.
Thank you very much. That is why each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be working to meet every crisis with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety, and peace for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
Oh, you can't hear me over the audio? Oh, okay. My bad. I'll mute more when I'm talking to you guys. Speaking of which, Trump's just doing what he does best, being brutally honest. Definitely one of the reasons people voted for him. He's not a baker. He doesn't sugarcoat things. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the reasons I'm voting for him. He's just a straight shooter, dude.
with dramatic increases in support from virtually every element of our society, young and old, men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions.
Let's go. Yeah, he swept the entire country, dude.
To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor, we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true.
Today is Martin Luther King Day, and tomorrow we conquer Canada.
Thank you. Thank you. National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country. We will not forget our Constitution, and we will not forget our God. Can't do that.
You see that look, dude? He means business. Dude, he means business. You see that look on his face, dude? Dude, he looked like he was fucking in a movie or some shit.
We'll sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
Biden and Kamala right there, dude. Yeah, he got a standing ovation for that.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy.
What up, Chicken Combo? Another golden age of memes. Goddamn right, dude. Oh, Trump memes are the best.
And I will
Bring on
send
the
troops
memes
to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Right, dude? Biden needs to go back to the beach. Biden needs to retire like fucking 4 years ago, dude.
And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798,
Oh shit, what's
I will
that?
direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to
shit.
eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Oh shit, what's the alien invasion act? What's that? Dude, I've never heard of that before.
Defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices.
snap, 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 snap. Let's go,
The
Trump.
inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Look at Kamala's face, dude. Did you see Kamala's face, dude? She looks so pissed. Watch the news and the View flip out saying he's going to use the military against U.S. citizens. Yeah, dude. He called them gangs. He's racist.
Nation will ever have the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal, and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
Make America drill again.
In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice. We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens.
Tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. You hear that?
For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury, coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before. To restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government, my administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
All right, this just in. According to the BriannaCenter.com, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 allows a president to detain and deport natives and citizens of an enemy nation. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let's go. Let's fucking use that shit, dude. Forgot to unmute.
Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities.
Good, dude. That shit's out of control.
This week,
friggin', I'm scared to go to D.C. because all that shit,
the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
Let's go. Get that shit out of here.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Did you say, oh my God, dude. It is the American policy. There are only two genders. We're gonna do away with all that shit in schools. We're gonna run a colorblind nation based on merit. Let's go, dude.
Members who were unjustly expelled from our military for objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate with full back pay.
Bro.
And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately.
God damn, dude. Why is this so hype? This is so hype.
Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies.
I can't wait for the memes. I can't wait for the TikToks, bro. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Like in 2017, we will again build the strongest military the world has ever seen. We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
Yes! No wars! No wars! No death! Let's go! World peace! World peace!
My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families.
Bring our troops home, dude. Yeah, dude, Melania look gangster right now, dude. He's just doing what China is doing regarding the two genders, right?
Full place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore
Gulf of America! Gulf of America! Why is it called the Gulf of Mexico anyway?
McKinley to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Let's go!
President McKinley made our country very rich through tariffs and through talent. He was a natural businessman and gave Teddy Roosevelt the money for many of the great things he did, including the Panama Canal, which has foolishly been given to the country of Panama after the United States. The United States, I mean, think of this, spent more money
Oh, he said
than
United
ever
States.
spent on a project
That's gonna
before,
get
and
clipped.
lost 38,000 lives in the building of the Panama Canal. We have been treated very badly from this foolish gift that should have never been made, and Panama's promise to us has been broken. The purpose of our deal and the spirit of our treaty has been totally violated. American ships are being severely overcharged and not treated fairly in any way, shape, or form, and that includes the United States Navy. And above all, China is operating the Panama Canal, and we didn't give it to China, we gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
Oh shit, China owns the Panama? What? Yeah, we need to take that back. We need to take that back.
Above all, my message to Americans today is that it is time for us to once again act with courage, vigor, and the vitality of history's greatest civilization. So as we liberate our nation, we will lead it to new heights of victory and success. We will not be deterred. Together we will end the chronic disease epidemic and keep our children safe, healthy, and disease-free. The United States will once again consider itself a growing nation, one that increases our wealth, expands our territory, builds our cities, raises our expectations, and carries our flag into new and beautiful horizons. And we will pursue our manifest destiny into the stars, launching American astronauts to plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
Let's go. We're going to plant our flag on Mars. Let's go. Why we never go back to the moon? Yo, fucking, we need it. We're going to plant the flag on Mars. Let's go. He's starting to wake up and get more fired up. I'm here for it. Dude, same.
Is the lifeblood of a great nation. And right now our nation is more ambitious than any other. There's no nation like our nation. Americans are explorers, builders, innovators, entrepreneurs, and pioneers. The spirit of the frontier is written into our hearts. The call of the next great adventure resounds from within our souls. Our American ancestors turned a small group of colonies on the edge of a vast continent into a mighty republic of the most extraordinary citizens on earth. No one comes close. Americans pushed thousands of miles through a rugged land of untamed wilderness. They crossed deserts, scaled mountains, braved untold dangers, won the Wild West, ended slavery, rescued millions from tyranny, lifted billions from poverty, harnessed electricity, split the atom, launched mankind into the heavens, and put the universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am, the American people have spoken.
Let's fucking go.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
That is so hype, dude. That is so hype.
To Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C., our country was forged and built by the generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers and coal miners, police officers and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle defeat their spirit or their pride. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and triumphed over every single challenge that they faced. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America, promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we love, and we love it so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. We are going to win like never before.
Let's go. We're going to win so much that we're tired of winning. We're gonna be rich, dude. Everyone. Let's fucking go, dude. I'm so hype.
Thank you. Thank you. In recent years, our nation has suffered greatly, but we are going to bring it back and make it great again, greater than ever before. We will be a nation like no other, full of compassion, courage, and exceptionalism. Our power will stop all wars and bring a new spirit of unity to a world that has been angry, violent, and totally unpredictable. America will be respected again and admired again, including by people of religion, faith, and goodwill. We will be prosperous. We will be proud. We will be strong, and we will win like never before. We will not be conquered. We will not be intimidated. We will not be broken, and we will not fail. From this day on, the United States of America will be a free, sovereign, and independent nation. We will stand bravely. We will live proudly. We will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun. Thank you. God bless America. Thank you all. Thank you.
Let's fucking go. We're not gonna do we're not gonna be conquered. We're gonna do the conquering. Canada, you're first, boy. We're coming after Canada. Next is Greenland. Then we're coming after Greenland. And then Mexico. No, the Panama. And then Mexico. You're on the list, boy. We're gonna be the ones doing the conquering.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing America the Beautiful, please welcome the Armed Forces Chorus and Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood's just performing the... What did she say, the national anthem? Evil Neff activated. Everything I say is a joke, unless you agree, and then I'm serious. The Canada Canal in Greenland. Oh, they muted it. Did they mute it or did they just stop? What happened? Hello? Hello? This is getting awkward. Bop, 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 bop. I can't tell if it's been muted or if they fucking just stopped playing. They played like 3 notes and they were like, no, this is fine. You think the music is going wonky on their end? Yeah, it's probably to avoid copyright or something. I don't know. 'Tis a little wild to me, if you know. While this is inspiring, watch the mainstream media say that this speech is preaching evil rhetoric. He should not be trusted. Yeah, dude, probably.
You know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, there she goes.
For spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
Oh yeah, they probably had some issues with the band or something.
America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea
Trump said, fuck your Taylor Swift, we got Carrie Underwood. Dude, right fucking exactly. Carrie Underwood better anyway. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Fisher will now introduce the benediction clergy.
I now call on Rabbi Ari Berman, Pastor Lorenzo Sewell, and Reverend Frank Mund to provide prayers of benediction.
Melania looks like a gangster, dude. Straight out of the 20s. The 1920s, to clarify.
Let us pray.
She got that Carmen Electra vibe.
Almighty God, your prophet Jeremiah walked the streets of Jerusalem and blessed its inhabitants with the Hebrew words, Baruch HaGever Asher Yiftach BaHashem. Blessed is the one who trusts in God. Thousands of years later, this great nation, which adopted these words as its motto, "In God we trust," stands at a moment of historic opportunity. Americans are searching for meaning. Our merciful Father, help us rise to meet this moment. Bless President Donald J. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance with the strength and courage to choose the right and the good. Unite us around our foundational biblical values of life and liberty, of service and sacrifice, and especially of faith and morality, which George Washington called the indispensable supports of American prosperity. Guide our schools and college campuses, which have been experiencing such unrest, to inspire the next generation, to pair progress with purpose, knowledge with wisdom, and truth with virtue. Hear the cry of the hostages, both American and Israeli, whose pain our president so acutely feels. We are so thankful for the 3 young women who yesterday returned home.
Let's go.
And pray that the next 4 years brings peace to Israel and throughout the Middle East.
Peace in the Middle East.
Almighty God, grant all Americans the opportunity to realize our shared dream of a life filled with peace and plenty, health and happiness, compassion and contribution. Stir within us the confidence to rise to this moment. For while we trust in God, God's trust is in us, the American people. America is called to greatness, to be a beacon of light and a mover of history. May our nation merit the fulfillment of Jeremiah's blessing, that like a tree planted by water, we shall not cease to bear fruit. May all of humanity experience your love and your blessing. May it be thy will, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. I'm not Jewish, but I'll high five to that.
President. Heavenly Father, we're so grateful that you gave our 45th and now our 47th president a millimeter miracle.
Hey.
We are grateful that you are the one that have called
a millimeter miracle. I like that.
That America would begin to dream again. We pray that we would fulfill the true meaning of our creed, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We pray that you use our president, that we would live in a nation Well, we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character.
Let's fucking go.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we are so grateful today that you will use our 47th president so we would sing with new meaning, my country, 'tis of thee.
He feeling that Holy Spirit going through him, boy.
Sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and because America is called to be a great nation, we believe that you will make this come true.
Let's
so
go.
let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York,
let's go.
Let freedom ring. From
Let it
the
ring.
heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous hilltops of California, but God, we're asking you not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and every molehill in Mississippi, from every state, every city, every village, and every hamlet. And when we let freedom ring, we will be able to speed up that day with all of your children.
Dude, this guy's getting me hyped.
Black men, Protestant and Catholic, Jew and Gentile,
Let's
will
go.
be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spiritual. Free at last. Free at last. Thank you, God Almighty. We are free at last. If you believe where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Come on, put your hands together and give your great God great glory.
Let's go. That was getting me hype as shit, dude. I fucking love that shit. Yes. Oh, I felt the Holy Spirit going through me, I tell you what. Let's go.
Almighty and eternal God, we gather here today in reverence, joined in our shared hopes and dreams for our beloved nation. In this sacred moment of the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump and Vice President...
How do you follow up that performance, bruh? How do you follow that up?
And abundant blessings upon this pivotal moment in history. We come before you with profound gratitude for the many gifts you have bestowed upon our land. Thank you for the freedoms we cherish, for the strength of our communities, and for the resilience of our spirit. As our President and Vice President embrace their newly appointed roles, we humbly implore that your everlasting love and wisdom will envelop them. Grant them the clarity of mind to navigate the challenges that lie ahead, and the compassion to serve all citizens with fairness.
You don't follow that up, old dude stole the whole show? Yeah, dude, that was fucking hype. I could feel the energy flowing through me. Oh, I felt so powerful.
For those whom they represent. May they be beacons of hope in times of uncertainty, and prophetic voices in defending the dignity of all created life. We pray for a spirit of collaboration to flourish in our government and across our nation, fostering an environment where dialogue and heartfelt listening will prevail over division or discord. May each decision made by our President and Vice President reflect the values of justice and peace. As we embark on this new chapter, we also seek your comfort, O God, for those who feel lost or disheartened. In this time of transition, may your light shine upon them.
Fire! She said this guy sounds like a nerd. Maybe compared to the last guy.
To lift one another, supporting our fellow citizens with kindness and empathy, recognizing that together we can overcome any adversity. Grant us the strength to endure, the courage to face our fears, and the clarity to see the light that remains, even when clouds of uncertainty may gather. Inspire our new leaders to be champions for the vulnerable and advocates for those whose voices are often silenced. May they pursue policies that promote the well-being of all, seeking to build bridges that will foster unity and belonging. As we stand witness to this inauguration, we hold fast to our faith in the goodness of each of us and the possibility of change. We trust that with your guidance, O God, our nation can move forward to a future filled with promise, prosperity, and understanding. And finally, we lift our hearts in gratitude for the beloved parents of President Trump. Without Mary and Fred Trump, this day would never be the miracle that has just begun. From their place in heaven, may they shield their son from all harm by their loving protection, and give him the strength to guide our nation along the path that will make America great again.
Woo!
Let us go forth now with these words of President Trump's emblazoned on our hearts. As long as we have pride in our beliefs, courage in our convictions, and faith in our God, then we will not fail. We stand tall, we stand proud, because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God, and to God alone. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, was I supposed to be standing that whole time? We gotta stand for the national anthem. We gotta stand up for the national anthem, everybody.
Can you say, oh, the guns are light, what a proudly we have at the twilight's last gleaming, whose blood stripes and bright stars, oh, the perilous fight of the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket eager,
Literal chills. Wrangler, stop texting and driving. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He did way better than Fergie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Joe Biden's face looking like Jeff Dunham's Walter puppet. That's fucking funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain at your seats while the president and official party depart the platform.
Oh, okay. I guess they're wrapping it up. They're leaving now. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump is currently leaving the platform. He is leaving the platform to step into the Oval Office to start conquering Canada. So by the end of tomorrow, Canada will be our 51st state, and then we're looking at Greenland next, and then we're gonna take back China from Panama, or the other way, where we can take back the Panama Canal from China, and then we're gonna invade China, and then that's on the agenda. The whole place is playing this epic walk-off music. Everybody's now leaving to go play Mario Kart. Everybody's gonna go attend the Smash tournament, and they are now finished with the inauguration. Of course, YouTube only has gay and trans flag emojis, because YouTube is run by communist Google. Dude, it sounds like graduation music, bro. Kind of whack, but that's fine. It's just walk-off music. That's all it is. Your dog passed away. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Rest in peace to your dog, dude. But yeah, I'm happy that you can feel hopeful for the next day. We have a good future. We have a good future coming. But rest in peace to your dog, dude. That's sad.
Trump exiting as the inauguration ceremony concludes.
Oh, we have people talking.
Inside the Capitol Rotunda, we see former President Biden and former First Lady Jill Biden right there behind the new couple, the new president, the new First Lady. Joining me to continue our coverage is my colleague Andrew Kraft.
Look at that shit.
And we have been witnessing history in the making, Andrew, as Donald J. Trump, now the 47th president of the United States, the second time in history that a president has a second term that's non-consecutive. And we were seeing as well the political dynamic in play in real time inside this condensed area. I'd love to hear your thoughts as we continue to see everyone standing as we are now awaiting the departure ceremony for former President Biden and former Vice President Harris.
Yes, Stephanie, good to be with you. Good to be with everyone watching. Well, that is how we do it here in the United States. The peaceful transition of power. That is what we
look at Barron, bruh. Barron is tall as fuck, dude. Look at that shit. he's taller than Elon Musk. I don't know how tall Barron is. Is Barron like what, 6'7" or some shit? That's crazy. Melania looked great. She looked like a fucking Carmen Electra, like straight out of what was it, Casablanca looking ass boy. That's what she looked like. they both had swag, dude. That was sick.
I've just watched, all have younger, and this was a victory lap for President Trump there.
Goddamn right.
Delivering his remarks in a stinging rhetorical rebuke to the previous administration seated just behind him in President. I just have to note that there because the
I thought she was surprised
by
something. She was singing.
At times, some of the smirking that was going on by former President Biden and former Vice President Harris was so obvious, having to listen to now President Trump deliver a litany of his perceived failures of the last 4 years. He said this.
What, Barron is 6'9"? Holy fuck, dude. He's going to be the next Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was tall as fuck.
America's decline is over. And so I just thought the kind of snapshot of that moment, the juxtaposition of that moment of the rhetoric delivered by Trump, the body language.
Biden looks like he's about to yell, "Great Scott!" Jumping Jehoshaphat looking ass boy.
Language of Biden and Harris was just something we had to acknowledge, and I think a lot of people did acknowledge that. But some news was made, like I said, Stephanie, in that speech. This was somewhat of a campaign rally speech dressed up as an inaugural address. You heard there, if you watched the campaign last year and so many of his rally speeches.
That's what we wanted,
He said what he was going to do. He said those campaign promises will become reality. And 2 national emergencies were declared, one there on the southern border, also one having to do with our energy independence as well. So it's not...
Dude, he got a standing ovation for that border one, dude.
Declares 2, let alone 1, national disaster emergencies. He said he's shutting down the southern border completely. He's designating the Mexican drug cartels, he said, as foreign terror organizations. So this was a speech replete with news for those of us who cover the news. And I just thought it was really, really interesting.
Don't the Mexican drug cartels, don't they run like California, like in secret? I'm pretty sure they paid off politicians and the police and all that shit.
Started this off by saying the scales of made it an edict in that speech that the national government, the U.S. government, will only recognize 2 genders, male and female. Of course, transgender issues were front and center during the campaign election season here. So I just thought those were some of the notes that I jotted down during this speech.
There are only 2 genders.
It was full of news, but it was also Trump making good, or at least saying he will make good, on those campaign promises he made at rally speech after rally speech after rally speech.
Yes, and, you know, it's interesting to note, Andrew, that, you know, what he was sharing is news, but not surprising news. He has been, you know, making these promises to the American public, you know, time and time again. And so, you know, something that I, you know, wrote down myself was, quote, America's decline is over. And you're right, it did sound like one of those campaign rallies that he has held so many times, outlining the promises.
Hold on a second. What? Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Gavin Newsom's bitch ass just allocated $50 million to Trump-proof California. What? Motherfucker, you got bigger shit to worry about than the president, dude. Jesus Christ. We need to look that up, see what's going on there. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, the state's on fire. Let's focus on Trump. Yeah, 100%, dude. What the fuck? That makes a grand total of 0 cents.
He intends to keep for the Biden and Harris, now the former president and former vice president. But, you know, you were mentioning the social dynamics of all of this.
Drill,
Andrew,
baby, drill.
Because
That's
I was
what's
keeping
up.
a very close eye on the facial expression.
What up, Trippy J?
You know, extremely professional, but there were moments when you saw that perhaps the political facade slip as President Trump was talking and sharing his thoughts on where America stands and where he wants to bring it to in the next 4 years. And, you know, you were mentioning the smirks that we were seeing. We were also, you know, noticing who is standing and who is not standing for the standing ovations as President Trump was outlining his vision for the next 4 years. So something, no doubt, that we are going to be discussing in the coming hours and in the coming days, as it does look like this is going to be at least the very start of the farewell ceremony.
Dude, same. Dude, we were saying that same shit, dude. He was saying all that right in front of Biden and Kamala. We were like, ha 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 ha. That shit had me so hyped.
Ceremony right here. This is the departure ceremony for former President Biden and Vice President Harris, and so we're going to listen in and see what we can hear.
hear anything? Are they talking? Dude, I cannot wait for all the fucking memes, all the TikToks, all the liberal meltdowns. Dude, I cannot wait to do all this content, bro. Oh, I'm gonna make so much content. 2025 is gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year for content, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the subscribe button if you're new and you're watching, because we're about to react to all that shit. We still can't hear anything. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure we're gonna get a one of those fan dubs of people having conversations like that shit. Trump saved TikTok, so they should all be happy about that, right? They should all like that. They should all love Trump now. He's saving TikTok for at least 90 days. So he's gonna save TikTok just for them to melt down on it. What up, Dan? Good to see you. Right now, Trump is in the middle of telling everybody to get the fuck out. Fucking Kamala looks fucking pissed. She's just a salty bitch. Of course they do. Of course they still hate him. Even though he saved their precious platform, they're probably still gonna say, oh, is Benny live still?
Not gonna miss him.
Is that Benny? Or did he step away again?
Here we go.
Oh,
they
let's turn this
drive
back
away.
up.
Never to be seen again, hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah, we got the commentary right here. We good. We Gucci. Let's shrink me a little bit.
You know Kamala's pounding the box wine in that car right now.
Dude,
she told Secret Service, have 20 boxes of Cabernet in that vehicle as soon as I step in. And she's going for it. Here we go, Trump waving.
Dude, she just fucking humiliated herself. That was the worst run presidential campaign I've ever seen.
Melania is holding on to that hat. Here we go. Joe Biden's final departure from D.C. Good riddance.
Good. Get that motherfucker out of here. Joe Biden, you are fired. You're fired.
What do you think they're saying to each other right now? Chat, let me know. I'm reading it right now. What do you guys think?
They're saying get the fuck out. That's what they're saying. You're fired.
Here they go.
Benny played the Trump is your president song as he walked out. Oh, I should have been watching. should have flipped over to Benny more often.
The steps where they will wave goodbye to Joe Biden one final time.
Good. Get the fuck out. Get that motherfucker out of here. That old ass geriatric nursing home looking ass boy. Get him out.
Here they go. Smiling, ready to go. Looks like Trump's worried about his hair there, getting messed up with the helicopter.
We are now unburdened by what has been. We have now been unburdened by the unburdening of what has been.
Doors closing on Executive One, carrying the former president.
Yes.
Now, as many of you know, inaugurals were traditionally held on the east front of the Capitol, where you see the president and the helicopter sitting right now. And that was until 1985 and 1981, and Ronald Reagan moved into the west, looking west.
Yeah, it looks like. Let's see if Trump sticks around.
Inaugural. And it's been on
He
the
might
west
just
front
say,
since,
"See ya,"
second
and then he's going to go sign
inaugural
some
was
executive
held
orders,
inside the,
reversing
rotunda.
all the damage that Joe Biden has done.
And today's inaugural was held inside the rotunda, first time in 40 years.
Where's Benny?
Because
is Benny out to lunch or something? Is that why you're here?
Degrees here in Washington, but quite windy.
What up, an
and
internet
it was
NPC?
predicted to be a little bit colder.
What up, Spoon? They were criticizing her for wearing a hat. She looked good in that hat. The look would not be complete without the hat. Well, I'm sorry.
As well. But coming up at the Capitol after the Bidens take off for Andrews Air Force Base and fly to Santa Barbara, there is going to be a presidential visit to the overflow crowd, about 1,300.
Everybody hit the subscribe button.
Emancipation.
We're going to be reacting to all the liberal meltdowns that come from this inauguration speech. It's going to be glorious. Subscribe.
Go Joe Biden's final departure from D.C.
Before he departs the Capitol today, predicted about 3:30 p.m. before he gets out of there.
Chat, where do you think he's going next? The beach?
With our guest Jeffrey Engel of Southern Methodist University, we'll talk about some of this
speech
events, and we'll also be checking.
Oh, he said something earlier about eating cake with his son. So, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably his kid's birthday or some shit. Hunter's doing coke off a hooker's ass. That's what Hunter's doing. That's why he couldn't make the inauguration. And Michelle Obama couldn't make the inauguration because she was fucking. What was Michelle Obama doing? She just didn't want to show up, I guess. I heard divorce rumors from the Obamas, not from the Obamas, but about the Obamas. Barack Obama's finally divorcing his husband, so maybe that's why she didn't show up to the inauguration.
Looks like we have liftoff.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Joe and Jill Biden officially on their way out of D.C.
Let's go! Get them out of here, bruh. Yeah, Big Mike could not make it to the inauguration.
Bye-bye.
He was finalizing his bottom surgery.
Trump is doing the McDonald's meme. He's waving outside the drive-thru window, saying goodbye to Joe Biden. Good riddance.
Big Mike about to whoop Obunga. Not Obunga.
He's on his way.
Yeah, dude, I was worried something was gonna happen, dude. That's why I had Donald Trump's stream up. Dude, I thought something was gonna happen. I'm happy it didn't. Because I had a Trump stream up just in case we saw like a bomb threat or some shit. I don't know. They've already had like 5 or 6 assassination attempts on the man. I wouldn't be surprised if someone tried to rush the inauguration ceremony. So that's why I had Trump's up just in case the media cut their feed. I knew Trump would still have his up. But then I got copyright claimed. What the fuck is up with that shit?
From your 47th president, Donald Trump, and we will play those shortly as they get loaded up. Some key moments there. Trump talking about his day one actions that he's not skipping a beat on, getting to work as soon as he gets sworn in. Of course, we had some other pretty bone-chilling moments there. We had Carrie Underwood, country music legend, singing a cappella,
right.
America the Beautiful, as a chorus of senators and congressmen and former presidents chimed in. Pretty It was a sight to
that
see.
was that was pretty powerful.
So when we have
that was pretty powerful. She fucking I guess the band stopped playing, or the band, something happened with the band that she had to go a cappella, and then everybody else just started singing. And that was pretty. That was a cute moment.
Borders queued up right now. This is President Trump talking about his day one actions, and we'll take you right to the signing as soon as he gets to signing these executive orders. Let's take it away.
Declare a national emergency at our southern border.
See, look, they're right there, bruh. Look at it. Did you see fucking Kamala's face? Hold on, I'll pause it. I'll pause it if I see it again. Kamala looked pissed. She was not happy.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy. I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Terrorist organizations. And they will see the full brunt of our military force. Get them out of the states. Immediately.
And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Amazing. There you see President Trump gearing up for what's going to be a very busy day for him, a very busy day one, getting right to signing executive orders to make America great again. And a lot of it is reversing the damage that Joe Biden has put on our country.
Good.
Let's see. I think we have Speaker Johnson right now is speaking. Let's see what he has to say.
Speech, 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 speech.
Right now, already this morning, you can feel it around the country. We certainly felt it here in the city. America is coming together and roaring back again, and it begins today, as the president just told us. I know we'd all rather be gathered together on the National Mall with hundreds of thousands of our closest friends, but our disappointment is well overcome with our excitement for the future that we feel today. We have the chance to...
Yeah. Remember that he specifies foreign gangs. Don't let them twist that narrative. Also, he specified that it's only illegal immigration that we're declaring a national emergency, and only the illegal aliens are the ones that we're deporting. So don't let them twist shit, because you know they're gonna.
To make the next 4 years the most consequential period in our nation's history. And as Speaker of the House, it is my great pleasure, my great honor, to introduce to you the man who will lead us through this new golden age, the decisive winner of the Electoral College and the popular vote, the 45th and the 47th, and the greatest president of our lifetimes, Donald J. Trump.
Woo! Woo! You hear them chanting USA? USA! USA!
Hail to the
USA!
chief as President Trump walks in. I believe that's the first time it's been played since he became the 47th president.
Dude, all the hype. All the hype. They didn't have the rest of the rally there to keep chanting that with them. USA! 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 Speech! 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 Land of the free and the home of the Whopper.
So what you're looking at, this is inside the Capitol. It's a Capitol Visitors Center. It's kind of like the overflow room for those who couldn't get into the Capitol Rotunda, which is very much locked up. Let's see JD Vance what he has to say.
Was that a hell of a speech or what? That was, man.
That was powerful, dude.
That was a good way to start it off. You know, I didn't know exactly what the president would put in that speech, and I hoped to myself that he wasn't going to hold back, and sir, you didn't hold back. That was a hell of a way to start the next 4 years. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, and I know I speak for the president and for all of us, thank you, thank you, thank you for making this possible. We love you. We wouldn't be here without you, and we're going to make America great again together for the next 4 years. And the last thing I'll say is, you know, having stood outside for about 5 minutes to wave goodbye to the Bidens, thank God we moved that thing indoors, because it was a beautiful ceremony and it was cold as hell outside. So, sir, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, dude, it's like freaking 26 degrees here.
Greatest political comeback in history.
No, he's right. I looked, I said, oh, look at this beautiful sunny day. And we blew it. We blew it. And then I went outside and we were freezing. You would have been very unhappy. The sun was very deceptive, I will tell you. It is cold out. And I'm sort of saying, you know, that was so beautiful today. Maybe they should do it there every 4 years. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because, you know, the outdoor thing is really good, but it gets a little cold around this time of the year, as some people have noticed. And a lot of times they suffer through it. There was no suffering in that room. It was 72 degrees. It was perfect with the best
13 degrees, -2. Holy hell. No, thank you, bro.
Not so bad either. But I just want to say, you're a younger, far more beautiful audience that I just spoke to. And I want to keep it off the record. I want to keep it off the record.
He's so funny, dude. What the hell?
I don't want to have all those big shots up there. I don't want to think you're more powerful than them.
He said you're a younger crowd than what I just had up there, bro.
We just had a great time. We just had a great day. This was amazing. You know, when you think we took a journey, I mentioned in the speech, a lot of people said that was not a journey that was possible, and it was indeed possible. I didn't really know too much about what they were saying when they said that, but a lot of people felt it. And we hooked up with JD very early. I watched JD over a period of time. I endorsed him in Ohio. He was a great senator, and very, very smart. The only one smarter than him was his wife. That was, I would have chosen her, but somehow the line of succession didn't work that way, right?
The only one smarter than him is his wife.
Great. This is a great, beautiful couple, and unbelievable career. I just said to him, you are very upwardly mobile, because he hasn't been doing it that long, but he picked it up so quickly. Remember, the first week was a little bit like the fake news was hitting him really hard. And I said, oh, this may be tough, but after that, it was smooth sailing for him. He took on everybody. He took on the meanest. I don't want to use the word corrupt because we're into a new system, so let's wait till the corruption begins, because it will. But he took on some pretty mean people, and he handled it well. I want to also congratulate Mike Johnson for the job that he's doing. Steve, we gave him a majority of almost nothing, and then I said, to make it tougher on him, let me take 2 or 3 of the people, right? I said, he'll only have to suffer with that for about 3 months. How are they doing, by the way? Are they? Is that moving along? Totally. I said, do you mind if I take this one, that one, and a couple of others? He didn't mind. He can handle it. No, he's a man that's liked by everybody. I've never met a man like this. You've got how many is it, 219 or 220 or something? 220. And of the 220, 219 really like him. I noticed he got one negative vote once about 2 weeks ago. I think even 220 like him, if you want to know the truth. And that's very unusual. I know a lot of nice guys.
I think this internet NPC in the chat has a bug, dude. I'm reading all your messages with an AI text-to-speech voice in my head.
In Congress, and they have 35 people. You talk about being shot. I was with him. He got some bad ones, and his incredible wife, and she really loves him. You know, you never know about that. I've been with other people that were doing poorly, and the wife is like looking at a watch. She can't get out of the hospital fast enough. How's he doing? Oh, I don't know. He's all right. That woman was a mess. She was crying and crying. No, they're going to take him. They're going to take him. I told Steve when he finally woke up, it was a while too. The doctor told me it was the most blood they've ever transfused in any patient. They've never done anything like it. And here he is, the picture of strength, right? And he's been a great friend of mine, right? With a family, because of a family. And what a job you did. It worked out pretty much better than we even thought, right? And I did have a couple of things, you know, to say that were extremely controversial. And between JD and Melania and anybody else that heard, please, sir, it's such a beautiful unifying speech. Please, sir, don't say these things. I said, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
Play great. They say, you're right. For this group of people, it's going to play great. You're the only ones I hurt by not, but we had some beauties, didn't we, Melania? She said, sir. Calls me sir when she's angry. No, I better say I'm only...
He just said that his wife calls him sir when she's angry. What the fuck?
No, I think it would be terrible. It's such a nice speech. I think it's, you know, it all the...
My wife calls me sir, too.
Is it good? But she said it's such a beautiful speech. You can't put things in there that you were going to put in. And I was going to talk about the J6 hostages, but you'll be happy because, you know, it's action, not words that count. And you're going to see a lot of action on the J6 hostages. See a lot of action. And I was going to talk about the things that Joe did today with the pardons of people that were very, very guilty of very bad crimes, like the Unselect Committee of Political Thugs, where they literally, I mean, what they did is they destroyed and deleted all of the information, all of the hearings, practically not a thing left. They deleted all the information on Nancy Pelosi having turned down the offer of 10,000 soldiers. You wouldn't have needed 10,000. You could have had 500.
Oof.
And it would have stopped. Because we may have had 1 million people that day, the people that were there. You don't see any photographs, but we have a lot of great photos. But you don't see those photographs. They don't put them in. They show the people at the Capitol.
I like that they have Trump on one side and Biden on the other.
That I was going to talk about that.
Get out, Biden.
They said, please don't bring that up right now. You can bring it up tomorrow. I said, how about now in front of the I'll bring it up right now. You know, this little time delay is good because we're getting great reviews on the speech. Now watch. They'll take the speech and say, I didn't like it because he left there and he talked to people. But we're giving you a little more information than we gave upstairs. But no, they pardoned a lot of people. They pardoned, before we even get to today, they pardoned, 33 murderers, absolute murderers, the worst murderers. You know, when you get the death sentence in the United States, you have to be bad because they don't give it much. And he pardoned almost everybody having a death sentence. And if you went through the crimes that were committed, you wouldn't even believe them, the level of violence.
I think we should start giving the death penalty to everybody who calls me cringe. I'm just kidding. Give the death penalty to every other VTuber who's not me.
In the future, it's one of the worst because a lot of times they let them out early after that. You know, they say you're going to be in for life, but then all of a sudden they get let out for good behavior, and then they go on a rampage. You know, it's one of those little things.
Your wife calls you a piece of shit? What the hell?
About that. But I was really going to talk about the level of, what's going on. Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to help a guy like Milley? Why are we doing Milley? He was pardoned.
Off with your head!
Why are we helping some of the people? Why are we helping Liz Cheney? I mean, Liz Cheney is a disaster. She's a crying loon.
I call myself cringe. I literally hashtag it in all my clips. Like, what? Why not?
I looked at him. I remember years ago he was actually on my side. And then one day, when you don't want to kill people in wars, they turn against you. Liz Cheney hated the concept of not going to war with everybody. Let's kill everybody. Let's spend a lot of...
We're going to make it a law that every fight, the president of countries have to fight to the death. That's how we settle our wars. We put them in a ring, and then the two leaders of the country, they fight to the death. And then the loser gets assimilated into the winner's country. That makes sense to me. We're gonna make that a law.
Where her father works, right? And but what she did was incredible. Think of it. They destroyed and deleted all of that information that went on for almost 2 years against Trump. And the reason they did.
What up, Jay? Good to see you.
False, like the person that said I tried to strangle a Secret Service agent. That's one of the toughest human beings I think I've ever seen. I actually had a friend saying, please don't change that, sir. You are the coolest sucker in history. Remember, she said, I put my hands around his neck because he wouldn't go to the Capitol. Made up fiction. And I was rebuffed. And the guy on the right is a massive weightlifter, probably stronger than me. Do you think he's stronger than me, honey? You know who I'm talking. Possibly stronger than me. Slightly younger than me. Like, I won't say how many years because I don't want to talk about that, but a lot of years. But I had a friend that said, why are you disputing that story?
Melania
That's
looking like the cover of Wicked.
I've ever heard. That I would attack a karate champion.
Melania looking like
rebuffed, and then throw my
she belongs in a black and white film.
Even though there are bars, there are bars, you can't really do that anyway. So, so I wanted to
looking like a gangster's wife.
All of that stuff got deleted, and the reason it got deleted is they were all caught in lies. Secret Service testified, and they said it didn't happen. Actually, the two guys were very embarrassed. They're suffering because their friends are saying, did Trump really do that to you? But they gained a whole new respect for me. But it was just make-believe stuff, and there were a lot of make-believe stories made up. So rather than suffer the wrath, like the story with Nancy Pelosi, I offered her 10,000 soldiers. She knows it. She admitted it on tape that her daughter made. She's a videographer or whatever you call her, which I'm glad she is. Oh, she can't be in good stead with Nancy. But Nancy said it was my responsibility as she's leaving the Capitol. She said it was, and it was. She's in charge of security at the Capitol. But I offered them up to 10,000 soldiers, even more. One time I said more, as many as you need, but you needed 400 or 500. If 4 or 5, you 10,000, that would be more than the number of people there by lot. But we offered her 10,000. Think of it, 10,000 soldiers. In other words, J6 wouldn't be J6. There would have been no J6. But she rebuffed them. She didn't like it. No, she didn't like it. Maybe she wanted that to happen. But she's guilty as hell. And now we would have to go through the process because they destroyed all evidence. They deleted everything. There's virtually nothing left. The other fake story and so many other fake stories. And
lock her up.
Came out on our side. And those people now would got to find them. There's nothing left. So that's a criminal offense. If that were a civil case, it would be a criminal offense. If that happened civilly where you did that, it would be a criminal offense. So I decided I'm not going to make this speech complicated. I'm going to make it beautiful. I'm going to make it a unifying speech. And then when they said we have a group of people that are serious Trump fans, I said, this is the time to tell those stories.
That was a unifying speech. I liked the speech.
So anyway, but seriously, I'd like to, I think it was a tremendous success. I think we're very lucky we put it inside because it is really cold. went to the helicopter out of respect for something that's taken place for a long time. I guess it's as old as helicopters. You used to get into a stagecoach, now you get into a helicopter. Times change. But it's pretty old custom. And it's a beautiful custom, actually. It's a beautiful custom. I wish we could have had a better relationship. I wish we could have had a better relationship between Republicans and Democrats. I was with Senator Schumer. I said, Chuck, I think it's time we all start getting along a little bit because it doesn't make sense. I mean, we literally never get a Democrat vote. They never get a Republican vote, almost. And although there is a bill coming up very shortly that we have a lot of Democrat votes, right? It's going to be a very...
You got to get rid of all the lobbyists. All of these senators are in the back pocket of all these fucking lobbyists. You got to get rid of all them.
Beautiful bill. We're going to have it alone this country. You know, if somebody's running for president, and if they go out and they announce they're going to Arizona, they're going to Nevada, they're going to someplace.
All right, Sir Cloud Spoon, have a good one.
People, that would be standard. Ronald Reagan would go out. I mean, outside of the last couple of days where people get a little excited, but even then you have a couple of thousand people. But if you're going to go someplace, any place, any one of the swing states, any one of the other states, I mean, how about the non-swing states? We won Alabama by 48 points. We won Tennessee by massive numbers. Why?
Yeah, we just chilling right now. We're probably going to go live again later. I got to take a break and go get groceries because I need to put food in my fridge. I have not had food in my fridge in quite some time. So we're going to have to do that.
Wyoming, we won by numbers that are, nobody's ever seen numbers like that. And, you know, places like California, we did great, but when they send out like 38 million ballots, nobody knows where the hell they're sending them, and then they come pouring back, the whole thing. You know, they passed a law in California that if you work in an election bureau, and if you so much as ask for a voter ID, if you say, sir, ma'am, could I please look at your voter ID? They have the right to put you in jail. You're a criminal. Can you believe that?
That
There's
is
only one
wild.
reason that happens. They want to cheat. So they had it where voter ID wasn't accepted. But now if you even ask for it, this is seriously a bill that was just signed, passed in their legislature, and it was signed. And I think when we get things cleaned up and we get back to a little bit of normalcy, I'm going to ask the speaker to really get involved, because I think we would have won the state of California, because you know,
Dude,
if you
probably.
look at my numbers with Hispanic, we're at 56%. And we were winning. We won the Texas border that had never been won. As the governor said, he's doing a good job, the governor, by the way, of Texas. But as the governor said,
I have to get the monster. All right, I have to get the monster. Monster is essential. Food is second.
But the governor of Texas has done a terrible job. Wow, look at you. I mean, we couldn't get you up in the front row, I tell you. Supposing I said, JD, the governor of Texas, is not doing his job. You heard what I said. See, I didn't know you were there. I said he's doing a great job. He's doing a phenomenal job. But now you're going to have a partner that's going to work with you, because you didn't have, not only didn't he have a partner, he had people selling the wall, right? We have a fence structure that we worked on, the governor worked on with me. And I didn't love it, to be honest with you. I wanted a nice precast concrete, you know, 40, 50 feet high, like a beautiful, could have been a T-shape, Y-shape. I love construction. I wanted that sucker to go up maybe 50, 60 feet. It would have looked beautiful, a nice Y shape. And they said, the problem is, sir, they climbed that like a rabbit. I said, what do you mean? No way. And they brought some of these guys out. They climbed it like... And the other thing is you hit it with acid and the thing will disintegrate. You know, they have things for concrete. So they needed very hardened steel, very special steel.
He's saying America is more skibbity. He's fucking... God damn it.
Very hard to...
We're going to be more skibbity Ohio than ever. We're going to be America maxing.
Hated it. I said, it's
and
so
W. We're winning.
And I said, why would that work? I don't believe it works. And I went to watch the Border Patrol, gave a display. We had actually two sets of climbers. The guys that climb up walls with drugs on their back, I mean, they got like 60, 70 pounds of drug, and they go as fast as you can walk. They go bip, bip, bip. Or we have Mount Everest type climbers. And honestly, the drug guys were much better. I couldn't. The drug guys blew them away, right? But it's true. The anti-climb panel, they couldn't get around it. They just couldn't. When you didn't have it. So sometimes you sacrifice beauty for efficiency, and we did. So we built this wall, and we built over 500 miles of wall. That's why we had such good numbers. The famous chart that came down, very thankfully, the chart that came down on my right, Governor. Had I not looked over there, I'm not speaking right now. You might be speaking here. You want to know the truth? You, JD, and we've got a lot of great people in this party, but I got very lucky, but we had the best numbers we've ever had. But I bought, what happens is when you fill it up, it's like water. You fill it up. Now we have 571 miles of wall. And they would always say,
Facts.
When we renovated a wall, so there'd be like a piece of plywood sitting there for 60 years, or a 2x4 sitting for 60 years on the ground and rotting. Because, and they'll say, you didn't build a new wall. Here we're building 50 feet up in the air, 30 feet sections, 50-foot sections, all steel, all concrete, all everything. And all, by the way, they don't even want me to say this, but what the hell, doesn't take that long time. They were all wired for all of the equipment. We put wires in everything so they can easily wire for all the different types of equipment. And if there's a doubt, we have to wire. Whenever we just look, you just find the wires all over the place up top. So
He's no scope 316 the Dems and preparing to teabag the drug cars with the wall. That's fucking funny.
So anyway,
Skibbity, Ohio.
An extra
We're Patriot
miles
maxing.
of wall. And the governor wanted to buy it. He tried to buy it, and they wouldn't sell it to him. He wanted to put it up himself. Could have been done in 3 to 4 weeks, 200 more miles. Because when you do it, now they just keep going further out, getting around. So we did an extra 200 miles, and it was all bought. And they announced that they're not going to put it up. And that's when I realized they wanted open borders, and that's when I realized that people are going to come pouring through the wall like nobody's ever seen before. But you've seen it. A lot of you are here because of that. I made it my number one issue. They all said inflation was the number one issue. I said I disagree. I think people coming into our country from prisons and from mental institutions is a bigger issue for the people that I know. And I made it my number one. I talked about inflation too, but how many times can you say that an apple has doubled in cost? I'd say it, and I'd hit it hard, but then I go back to the fact that we don't want criminals coming into our country. We don't want the jails of every country in the world virtually being deposited into the United States.
Stop giving these illegal aliens
and he did
free housing. Quit it.
I'll tell you, he was a very popular governor, but now he's like an unbeatable governor because of your border policies. He was fantastic, and he really was. Governor Abbott is he's a great man, great leader, and but it did make him very more. Did you do it? You didn't do that for politics. You did it because you wanted to do the right thing. But I'll tell you, it sure as hell worked for politics too. It's self-preservation. That's right. But yeah, because the people are demanding it. The people of Texas are demanding it. The people are demanding it all over. So anyway, so we built it, and they wouldn't let us use it. They wouldn't let the governor use it, and other governors, they wouldn't let him use it. But he was the leader of the pack and did a great job. And then we heard about a month ago that not only wouldn't they let us use it, they were selling it. They were going to sell it for 5 cents on the dollar. Now, 5 cents on the dollar then, but today it would cost more than twice as much to build because we bought it like 6 years ago. And it was just sitting on the ground, and that does not do well.
Is Biden still waiting to leave?
But it was just sitting.
What's going on over
ground,
here on this other
I
one?
heard about it, and I called the governor, and I called a lot
Biden,
of people.
get the fuck out. You are now a former president.
They were going to buy it, and these are great business people.
You have been demoted.
For 5 cents on the
You have been
dollar
demoted
or
to
less.
former president.
And they were calling us
You have been
up.
promoted to
We'll
citizen.
sell it to you for 200 cents on the dollar. In other words, it will cost you twice as much, so it's 200 cents on the dollar. I said, can somebody explain that to a judge? I mean, how corrupt is that? You'd think they'd say, maybe we'll sell it to you for 20 cents, 30 cents. but not 200 cents. So they were going to buy something for 5 cents, and they were going to sell it to us for a fortune. They were going to make it would be, they'd have it down that in Fortune magazine, they'd put it as the deal of the year, okay? You buy something like that. But it was so corrupt and so horrible. And when we told that to the administration, they didn't care. They just kept going forward. They couldn't care less. And they kept going forward. They knew that they were trying to sell it back to us. They would have sold it back to us. You would have ended up buying it. You would have paid probably 50, 60 cents, who knows. But they were going to use it for scrap metal, but then they made a much better deal. They could just buy it and sell it to us for 15, 20 times what they paid. 20 times, think of it, like 20 times what they paid. And we wouldn't let it happen. And the governor with his attorney general, Ken Paxton, they made a fantastic, a good lawyer. He's pushed around pretty good by people, right? I said, you got a great attorney general. They should leave him alone. He was with me. But Ken and the governor went to court, and a judge actually became incensed and actually called for an investigation. How could a thing like this happen? So he stopped it. So we're waiting to put that wall up. And now that you have a new president, that wall will go up so fast. The governor will complain, sir. This is Greg Abbott, sir. Please, the wall is...
Are you guys memeing in the chat? I'm happy you're able to entertain yourselves. I've been zoned out on the speech, bro.
People always love that one. We'll do this with the wall.
Welcome back, Emmy Chan.
Sir, the wall is going up too fast. We can't take it. We just can't take it. No, I think you'll be very happy if the wall goes up too fast, right? But we'll get that dude and we'll work with you.
You cannot put the wall up fast enough, bro.
Texas judge, right? And it was beautiful, beautiful to watch. He stopped them right in their track. I mean, they were literally loading this stuff onto trucks. It was terrible. Honestly, it was terrible. And he wouldn't take it. So I'm so glad I mentioned that they have a really good governor in Texas. And I swear, I didn't know he was here. I swear to you, it sounds like a setup. I didn't know you would end. Did I get lucky? I said the right thing. Because there have been moments when I wasn't so happy with him, you know? But not too many.
She got pizza cake.
So anyway, it's good to see you too, Governor. Great. But I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. I recognize so many of you. It's so crazy. But this has been a long journey. This was a journey that started in 2015, probably started 20 years before that. People used to say, you're going to run for president? You're going to run? And I always said,
he took the podium in 2001, didn't he?
And then one day I said, let's give it a shot. And what I talked about then was the border, too. I think it probably was the number one issue for me. Back in 2015, 2016, I talked about the border. And now I talked about the border, but this border is much worse. We fixed the border. It was totally fixed. There was nothing to talk about. 2020, by the way, that election was totally rigged, but that's okay. It was a rigged election.
He's just going to come out and say it now. It's just all rigged. Now that he's the president, he's just going to go ahead and just take all the gloves off.
You know, the only thing good about it, it showed how bad they are, showed how incompetent, and frankly, historically, this is a much bigger event.
It was more of a blessing in disguise, I like to think.
The bad thing about it is some bad things happened, like a lot of people in our country that wouldn't be in our country right now. So, you know, that's the bad part. But I will say that it started in 2015, and right from the beginning, we went to the top. Day one, they announced Trump, and Trump went to number one and stayed there for the whole primary. And then we took on Hillary. She didn't look too happy today. We took on Hillary.
She didn't look too happy today.
But we took on Hillary, and we defeated Hillary. And then we did much better the second time in 2020. You know, we got millions more votes. We got millions, like 10, 12 million more votes than we did the first time.
No, there goes Biden. Bye, Biden. There goes his ass. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're fired.
And they said we lost. And because of that, I said to Melania, what do you think? And she said, you want to do this again? And had we lost, and had I thought we lost, I wouldn't do it again, because that's like the ultimate poll, right? But I knew how well we did, and this time we made it too big to rig. It was so big. They tried like hell. But
yep, Trump had poll watchers this time.
They tried.
People were watching the polls.
And around 9:02, they gave up. Last time they did bad things. At this time, they just said, yes. You know, I don't know if you saw, Mr. Speaker, in Washington, they had placards. They were all set to march. They thought it'd be closer. A gentleman asked me, a very respected gentleman asked me yesterday, how come the polls were so wrong? They showed you winning, but not in a landslide. I said, because people that are true Trumpers are so angry at the whole polling system and at the writers, the fake news, that they don't want to talk to anybody. So when you call somebody from Trump, who are you voting for? They say, it's none of your business. I'm not telling you.
That's how it used to be.
That was probably 40% of the people they called. So they would discard that one, and they didn't show that. And then when the election happened, you know, the vote came, and it was much different, much higher than we're going to win, but they really thought, they couldn't believe the one man said, I mean, it was so much higher. We won all 7 swing states. We won the popular vote by millions of votes, which is hard for a Republican. I'll tell you who came through the union.
Make America America again. Nah. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
It was great. The only one that weren't great, although Sean was great, and the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien, the head of the Teamsters, was fantastic. But generally speaking, the head of the union was against Trump, but the union would be with us for like 80, 85%. Look what we did with the auto workers in Michigan. Look what we did with the Teamsters. The Teamsters were unbelievable. They were a solid Democrat vote, and they voted for Trump. So we had a great experience. This has been, now we have to go to work and get it done because we have to do something that's going to be great. We're going to turn our country around, and we're going to turn it around fast. And I think this was a better speech than the one I made upstairs, okay?
I don't know about that, boy. I don't know about that, boy.
I think this was much better, and I got to see
the one you made upstairs is pretty good.
So, Governor, take care of yourself. You call me, we'll start working. You know what that means with him? He's going to be calling me tomorrow morning at about 6. And I said, how about next week? You call me, and we're going to get it started real fast. We'll really help you a lot. You've done a fantastic job protecting something. It's not supposed to be for the states. And amazing job you've done. Thank you very much. And I want to thank everybody. And I have a first lady who's been incredible.
If you're from Canada, I hope you're into being annexed. Oh, we're going to liberate you so hard, bro. 51st state. 51st state.
I shouldn't say this. I'm going to get hell when I say this, but her feet are absolutely aching. You know, those heels. And we thought we were leaving. We were going home. Sir, would you be able to go down and say hello to some of your other fans that are here? I said, oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Did you get to see pretty clearly the picture, I hope? Good. That's good. But because you wouldn't want to make the same speech again, right? But she said, darling, I love you so much, but my feet are killing me. I said, honey, let me just see how far it is. I asked the person. Oh, not that long, maybe 400 or 500 yards. That's 5 football fields.
Damn.
I said, can you
That's a long way to walk in heels,
bruh. We're
bruh.
going to make it no matter what. We're going to make it because we have to get, right? Right? And then we...
Of course the U.S. knows Mars has oil. Why do you think we're going there? We got to get to Mars, and then we're going to declare war on the Martians.
We went out to the helicopter just prior to this and said goodbye. And it's a custom, and the wind is blowing like crazy. And with the hat that she's wearing, she almost blew away. We almost lost off her. She was being elevated off the ground. She almost blew away. No. So we all appreciate it because you've been a great first lady, a beautiful and a great first lady. And they love our first lady. You know, JD, whenever I make a speech, I see hundreds of times, we love our first lady. We love, and they do, and they should. She's great. So I just want to thank you. Thank you very much. I just want to thank everybody. And I felt that, I said to JD, should we give him the A treatment, the B treatment, the C, the D, or the F? You know what the F is?
Hold on, wait. What? Shouldn't it be Puerto Rico first, the 51st, and Canada the 52nd? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? We'll take Puerto Rico. We'll take Canada. Canada will be 52. Greenland's going to be 53. And then Mexico. Well, no, we should take Cuba next. Cuba will be 54. And then Mexico will be 55. See, and that will secure the Mexico-United States border. You can't have a border, right? If we just take all of Mexico. So there you go. Then we don't got to worry about building the wall. See? Solutions for everybody. We don't got to build the wall. We do away with the border. All we got to do is conquer Mexico.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye. I gave you the A+ treatment. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Governor. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Woo! The moon. The moon is the 52nd state confirmed. And then we're going to take Mars. Oh, we're going to have 60 states by the end of Trump's term. I think Trump is a master negotiator. I think he can make one hell of a solid deal with the Martians, bro. I think he could make a hell of a solid deal with the Martians, bro.
There you go, President Donald J. Trump, the
Oh, shit.
47th President of the United
I forgot about this guy. There's a guy right here. I forgot about him.
States, giving an absolutely blistering speech at the beginning, actually. He went after Liz Cheney, went after Pelosi, calling her a criminal.
Yeah.
And he had some pretty lighthearted moments there, talking some friendly banter with Melania, talking about how she almost elevated and blew away because of her hat. I thought that was a great moment there. It's just
That
a
was
moment of
funny.
levity with, no pun intended, with Melania there on stage, talking about how she had to walk through the Capitol in her 20-inch heels, and it's pretty good. It was a great speech. The room is super energetic. So that room is a lot of like the influencers, the podcasters, the media moguls that helped elect Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. So this is a room full of the people on the internet. They're just internet people? Is that what this is?
As your 47th president. So it's a very friendly room, and you can tell he connects deeply with the.
Oh, dude, Emmy John, 100%. This day is about to be a great day for content. People about to melt down. Oh, 1,000%. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so great. I cannot wait to react to all of that shit.
The audience. People are really happy to see him, of course, after watching his inauguration through a kind of like a jumbotron kind of screen.
Is King Blitz
he,
here?
of course, seemed very happy to be there as well. From here, it looks like he has like the little meet and greets he has, and then he'll be signing these executive orders, and then he'll be at the
Make Pluto a planet again? Fuck Pluto. What we need to do is go to Nibiru, check out that orbit, and then try to make a deal with the Anunnaki. All right? That's what we need to do. Trump needs to go to Nibiru, figure out where it is, and then land in Nibiru, make a deal with the Anunnaki. And see what happened with Earth early years. Okay, that's what we need to do. That should be next on the agenda. Liberate Nibiru.
the Capital One Arena in the not too distant future. It's a jam-packed day. We're not going to miss a moment of it. As you can see there, the crowd is jubilant after watching President Trump address them just minutes after swearing in and saying goodbye to Joe Biden for good. And so that was a pretty great speech. Actually, I really enjoyed that second speech. I really liked the inaugural speech. It was very muscular and energetically defended his agenda, which I thought was great. You don't really see that too much during inaugural addresses. They're kind of fluffy and they don't really get to the meat and potatoes of what the administration is going to be. He went hard in warning his political enemies about what's to come. And then he just followed it up with an even more blistering speech, which I thought was really great.
That speech
some
had
news,
me
actually.
on fucking...
Donald
That speech gave me chills, bruh. That was a good speech. I like that speech.
Trump has already ordered his Department of Homeland Security to end the CBP One app, which, as you may or may not be familiar, is the app that was given to illegal migrants invading our borders as a way to grant them amnesty or asylum, and basically just it was a pipeline for allowing illegals to stay in our country without
what
consequence.
Yeah, put an end to that
so
shit. What
Trump,
the fuck?
Day one has ended that app. It is deactivated.
Good.
And it's a very positive signal as to how aggressive he's going to be with securing our border. Of course, he's been promising this for the better part of a decade. He got some pretty solid things done during his first term, including partial construction of the wall, until Joe Biden came along and actually stopped construction on the wall, even though we had all the materials. So it's a pretty encouraging day here.
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that shit. Biden pardoned Fauci and the January 6th committee. Like right before, that was like the last thing. What the fuck? Did you guys hear about that shit? Not Donald Trump. Joe Biden pardoned Fauci. They said that he didn't do anything. They said that he was innocent. Oh no, being pardoned doesn't admit to guilt or some shit. But we're just gonna pardon him anyways. Like what? What the fuck? But is that yeah, fixing bugs? Yeah, we're getting the Donald Trump patch, the Donald Trump DLC just downloaded, and now now we're gonna have a good 2025, a good season. We're gonna have a good season. But yeah, Joe Biden pardoned Fauci, Milley, and the January 26th committee, and was like, oh, this doesn't denote guilt, but you know, Donald Trump might find something. So Donald Trump might arrest Fauci for XYZ reason. So we're just going to pardon him. Even though he's innocent. He's innocent. But, you know, we're just going to pardon him. So, you know. Like, what? Like, no, you pardoning him pretty much means that he did the thing that he did the thing that we're accusing him of doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to pardon him. That whole thing just made me so mad. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, just do that right out the door. Oh, he didn't do anything wrong, but, you know, we're going to make sure that he can't get arrested for anything.
Trump going pretty hard in unapologetically defending his America First agenda.
Yeah, preemptive pardons.
We'll see what's to come. But it's, again, Trump teased his executive orders. There's a lot more to come. And I predict that he'll be pardoning J6 political prisoners at the Capital One Arena, surrounded by supporters. He kind of teased it yesterday during his victory rally speech, and it looks like that's going to be the case. The energy in that room is going to be unbelievable.
Trump
I saw
better get the pardoning shit. Let's go.
Is Elon Musk's mother. I saw Elon's brother there as well. So the Capital One Arena is already flooded with VIPs, which is a really good sign that it'll be there very shortly. As soon as he does get there, we'll go directly to that. We won't miss it. You can bet on that.
Is that happening right now?
And he'll also be signing, again, some executive orders right here at the Capitol. So as soon as we get that, we'll go straight to it. Trump going very muscularly into his second term, unapologetically defending his agenda, what it is to be.
He keeps calling Trump muscular. It's a little weird. Trump had a very muscular speech. He had a very muscular term. He's going very muscularly into his term. He's gonna he's gonna sign very muscular executive orders to build a very muscular wall. Oh, it's gonna be so vascular. such a veiny. It's gonna be so veiny.
Be America
Such
first.
a veiny executive order.
And
So veiny and muscular.
It should be quite a day. And it looks like he won't be skipping a beat. It looks like tomorrow there will also be some pretty major actions being taken to secure our border.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the preemptive Joe Biden pardons. What the fuck is up with that shit? A statement on President Joe Biden's preemptive pardon for the entire Biden family. What? What the fuck? President Biden's preemptive pardon for the Biden crime family serve as a confession of their corruption as they sold out American people to enrich themselves. Fucking yes. And the fact that he pardoned the entire family, it just means that he did it. Why else would you need to do that?
So that's very interesting. It's also interesting to note Trump was...
Did he mean masculine? He probably meant masculine. But he keeps saying muscular. Like, what the fuck? He keeps saying muscular, and all I can think of is his fucking gigantic fucking, like, arm. It's all veiny and shit. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Joe Biden, preemptive pardon for his entire family. What the fuck is that shit? Why else would you need to pardon the family if he didn't do anything? No, he fucking 100% did shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to. You wouldn't need to pardon the family.
Directly talking about some of his political enemies who have objectively committed crimes during that second speech. And you could see Trump kind of going hard in. So he's going to have a lot to say today, and we won't miss a second of it. We won't miss a second of it. We also have some very special guests joining the program shortly. So whenever they hop on, you can rest assured we will have them on the show promptly. Quite a day. I still can't believe what we just saw. We've been talking about the return of the golden age for the better part of 4 years.
Who was in the hat? I think that's Benny Johnson standing. We were watching the Benny Johnson show, and then I think Benny went out to go eat cake. So this might be his producer or something. In the same way that the Daily Wire like replaces their hosts with producers, in their absence, Benny Johnson kind of does the same thing.
And we fought through what is just an unreal, a surreal election season. I mean, they try to kill Trump 3 or 4 times. I can't even keep track anymore. And here we are with President Trump sitting in the Oval Office. It's pretty surreal, and it is no doubt that the American Golden Age is upon us.
Goddamn right,
Trump
bro.
said so himself. And
we almost fell like the Roman Empire, but we're coming back. Well, with the second coming of America, we're coming so hard. We're coming back. Wait. Ah, damn it. Phrasing. We're just moving on.
Man, it's gonna be an amazing 4 years. Chat, let me know what you're most excited about for the next 4 years. Trump is clearly going in, keeping the promises he made on the campaign trail. So I really want to see, what are you most excited about? Let's see. I'm looking at the chat right now. People are calling it Liberation Day.
Hell yeah. Liberation Day.
The deportations. There's going to be a lot of news about that this week, so we will keep you updated. Dismantling the IRS. He talked about...
no, they're clipping me in the chat.
Establishing an external revenue service to collect all the tariffs from foreign countries as well. Clean food. Yes, he talked about that during his speech.
Yes, I will add that to the compilation.
Talking about RFK and what he's going to be doing in HHS, in the health department. That's going to be extraordinarily interesting to see how he shapes up the food industry in our country's nutrition. Great day, yes, I agree. Historic day. Deportations. People really want deportations. Drill, baby, drill. Absolutely. He definitely devoted a good portion of his speech to unleashing American energy independence. Accountability, law and order. Absolutely. No tax on overtime. Yes. He's expected to sign those executive actions today, actually. So you do not have to wait too long for those changes to take place.
Electric Glide, you're looking forward to affording groceries and gas? Dude, fucking same. I can't wait for low groceries and gas prices, bruh. And you know what that means? That means it will also be low housing costs. All of that shit's gonna go down. Trump being the real estate mogul that he is, he's gonna lower housing costs, which means rent's gonna go down. Trump's gonna do away with income tax, overtime. Well, I don't know about income tax. I don't know if that's been verified, but he's definitely gonna do away with overtime taxes on overtime, taxes on tips. He briefly he flirted with the idea of doing away with income tax and instead putting that tax on foreign nations. So I'm excited for all that shit.
Trump's not skipping a beat. Affordable groceries, absolutely. Biden decimated Americans and Americans' ability to afford basic needs.
Woo!
Trump's going to change that. The Gulf of America, absolutely. I can't wait for that.
Dude, I'm hyped for that too. The Gulf of America.
He said in the speech he's going to declare it today. So let's see.
Oh, dude, the first thing we're doing is we're liberating the Gulf of Mexico. We're turning it into the Gulf of America. The Gulf of Mexico is going to be the 51st state. It's just number 1 on the agenda. Be ready for liberation, Canada.
Liberate the deep state, absolutely. You now have Doge to help in that as well. You saw Elon, of course, there right behind Trump during the swearing in. So he's very involved. He'll be there. No tax on tips, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm getting some XRP and Bitcoin. He has vowed to be the crypto president, so.
I have investments in Bitcoin, so that shit's about to go through the fucking roof. I look forward to comedy being funny again. Yeah, dude, same. We need offensive comedy. I like dark humor. I think that shit needs to be definitely needs to be protected, or it needs to make a comeback. Let's go.
Let's see. Bitcoin reserve. I'm reading the chat right now, guys. So let me know what are you most excited about these next 4 years. What you're seeing on your screen, by the way, is a luncheon that the president will attend.
I think I'm the most excited for the tax on overtime. The ending the tax on overtime. That's what I'm most excited about, because I work overtime. So that means I'm going to be making bank, boy. Let's go. Everybody making bank. We all going to be rich.
Some legislation right there. So you can see some of the VIPs there getting seated. RFK was just on your screen. Taking the Panama Canal. Yes. Absolutely. J6 prisoners being released. Of course, you'll be doing that today, so some very exciting announcements.
Hey, yo, let's
drill,
go.
Panama Canal. Amazing. What a powerful agenda. Greenland. Conquer Greenland. Yes. Barron.
Oh, shit. What did I say this time?
Will be governor. Joy. That's right. We had 4 years of fake joy with Kamala Harris, and this is what real joy feels like. People are really happy in America today. People are smiling. Yep. Greenland, free Canada. Maybe Canada. Canada will be next.
That's what I keep saying, dude.
Agrees. Absolutely.
Canada
JFK
next.
files. Trump talked about that last night. Specifically named it.
Oh shit! Yeah, the JFK files, the MLK files. We need all that shit. Open all that shit. Bust it wide open. The drone files, the Epstein client list, the Diddy list. Release it all, dude. Bust it all open. And then we need to heavily reform the CIA and the FBI. They have way too much power. Way too much unchecked power. So they need to be restricted. And then all the other things I said.
And teased his declassification efforts on that front in the coming days. So you probably won't have to wait long for that either. Safe borders, absolutely. Trump's going very hard into his agenda to secure our borders. So 2 genders only. I mean, I think that's the first time that's been mentioned in a presidential inaugural address. So
it's never been an issue before. No, that's the reason, dude. I'm so happy about that. We need to make biology a fact again.
It was it's pretty powerful, actually. Getting rid of DEI in our government.
Yes,
stripping
thank
away distractions that.
If we make it illegal for DEI to be, we're gonna end up with way better video games, you guys. If we make everything merit-based, we're gonna get way better video games, way better movies, and all that shit. That's gonna trickle down. I hope. One can hope.
Increase our military's lethality and readiness. I'm sure Pete Hegseth will be very excited about that, about dismantling that sort of rot that has infiltrated our military. People are saying sleep. You'll probably sleep better under a Trump administration. I agree. Draining the swamp, absolutely. Release the Epstein list. He kind of talked about that last night. He said he was going to massively declassify the JFK files, the RFK, the MLK files.
He said the RFK files. Oh shit! Does Robert Kennedy have something? But no, yeah, the MLK files, the JFK files, the drone reports, the Epstein list, Diddy's list, all that shit, dude. Oh, I'm so hype.
And he said other topics of the sorts. So I assume it's going to include drones. He's talked about declassifying drones. He's also talked a lot about declassifying the Epstein list. So whenever if you look back at all the clips of Trump talking about declassifying the JFK files, he always brings up the Epstein files in the same sentence. So who knows? Maybe that's next. Maybe Trump is going to declassify the Epstein list in the coming days.
We're gonna see so many politicians on them lists, you guys. We're gonna see so many politicians on them lists. Oh, I'm so hype. I'm so excited to find out which one of them are pieces of shit.
Either way, he has teased some major declassification operations happening in our executive branch. So who knows? We'll see. Epstein list, Diddy list. Yep. I think that's down the line. We've had Kash Patel on our show talking about declassifying the Diddy list and Epstein list. So,
who was Kash Patel again? Who was Kash Patel? He was the director of the FBI, right? Or the new one? The new incoming director of the FBI or something like that. Yeah, he needs to declassify all that shit.
It looks like this administration
Give
is
us
not
money.
skipping a beat. We'll see true peace worldwide. Absolutely. Trump is the peace president.
He's already ended the conflict in Israel. Before he even took office. The peace president.
You can see that luncheon is filling in. This is statutory hall in the U.S. Capitol. Every state kind of has their own statue to represent them, and they surround the room. And I actually believe this used to be the old
Oh shit! This is straight from Benny Johnson's Instagram page. Trump vows to declassify documents related to JFK, Bobby Kennedy, and MLK assassinations. Perfect. We're gonna find out that the CIA did all that shit, and then I don't know. CIA needs heavy regulations. They have way too much power.
The original Senate chamber used to be there. You see Carrie Underwood on your screen talking to Hakeem Jeffries. Interesting. Ivanka sort of looming there. Very, very interesting. People are saying they want to feel safe again. Absolutely.
Yes.
So much of the crime in our cities is plagued by our open borders. So
punish crime
you secure
again.
The border, you secure our cities.
Make criminals afraid again.
And Trump is going pretty aggressively into securing our borders. Yep. restoring education. Trump wants to send that back to the states. So he said that last night in his speech. There's no mistaking what he wants to do with education. Drugs and crime, absolutely. That all kind of flows through the border as well. So you can solve a lot of problems by securing our border.
And we can stop being an ATM machine for Ukraine. Exactly, bro. 1,000%. Dude, we have sent so much money to Ukraine. It's retarded. Fucking hundreds of billions of dollars, dude. It's insane.
Amazing. Honesty. People want honesty back in the White House. I think we'll get that.
Wrangler spitting facts, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. We give everyone
got
money.
Justice today. Yes, he did.
We give everybody money except the United States people. Like, what the fuck is up with that shit? We give Ukraine like tens of millions of dollars every time we sign a law into effect. But then a hurricane hits North Carolina, we give them $750 if they qualify for it. Like, no, fuck that shit. We need to stop giving money to foreign countries until we can take care of our own people. America first.
I actually believe we have one of our very special guests joining us now. Part of our team, Jamie Michelle. Welcome.
Hey, happy
Hello.
to be
How's it
here.
going?
What a day! I'm so
How are you
happy.
feeling? I mean, what an unbelievable, surreal day we've had so far.
Yeah, I'm just like in awe and shock that this day is finally here. It felt like, I mean, we've been through so much, not just on the Team Benny, but just as a country, between Biden's term and every awful thing that came with it and the fight to get Trump back in office and to have it all culminate today is just like surreal to me. I've had chills watching this all day. And yeah, it's a great time to be alive and a great time to be an American. Definitely.
Literal goosebumps.
The golden age is back. I think it's all going to set in for me when Trump walks into the Oval Office. We get that shot of Trump sitting at the Resolute desk.
It'll set in for me when I start feeling the effects of it. I'm excited and hyping all that shit, but I want to feel the effects of what he's putting into law.
It's just it is so surreal. This is the greatest political comeback, I think, in American history. I don't know if you agree, but
it's by far
pretty incredible to watch. Yeah,
by far. I mean, you can't even. What else is there to even compare it to? It just stands alone. I think. I mean, between the assassination attempts and all the the DOJ trying to throw him in prison, it's just remarkable. And the American people spoke very loud and very clear that this is our president.
Yep.
He is the rightful president. And, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm almost at this point, I don't want to say I'm glad that 2020 happened the way it did, because so many awful things have happened in this country and to Americans. But I feel like him having it taken from him in 2020 has set him up now for just retribution and a day of reckoning that probably wouldn't have been possible. And the country has united so much since then as well, I feel. I mean, you look at the coalitions of people that backed Trump and voted for him this time around. The America First movement has grown immensely. And
Trump didn't know what he was doing the first time. Like, he wasn't a politician. He didn't really have a whole lot of experience. He knew what he went in there with a plan, but then combating the actual establishment and shit, he didn't really know what he was doing. But then 2020 happened, and I think the entire country saw what Trump was talking about, realized that he was actually right the whole time. And then, the more things that they threw at him, the more people liked him. When they hit him with the charges, he won all the black vote, because they knew that it was bullshit. They were like, no fucking way, they just did this to him. So they fucking got all that shit, fucking when they tried to shoot him. That's when he got he got more people. So they kept trying to shoot him. And then he just kept getting more popular. No matter what they threw at him. And now, I don't know if you guys saw his presidential photo, but that shit looked badass as fuck. Like, he looked like he mean business, bruh. He mean business. He's going into his last term. He's gonna fix everything, and you know what? We're here for it. But I am going to shut down the stream. As much as we would love to hear these guys talk, I'm going to shut down the stream because I have to go get groceries and stuff and fill my fridge with food because I have none. Because I procrastinate too much. But we will probably be live again later. Again later today. So keep an eye out for. I'll be in my regular outfit later. I just threw on the suit for the aesthetic because I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, we'll be back later probably. I need to go get groceries. So I'll see you guys. Thanks for coming to the live. Thanks for welcoming Donald Trump into the White House with you, boy. I do appreciate you guys showing up. So bye, Ace, Raven, Emily, Internet NPC. Thanks for stopping by. My first time seeing you. So I appreciate you showing up. Raven, Wrangler, you guys have a good day, dude. Trump 2024, bro. Trump. Make America strong again. Make America great